Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to a brand new video. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I really do appreciate it. Well, what a freaking game to come back to after finals and school. Holy shit. And I apologize if there's some glare in my glasses. I have a flight in the morning, so I do not have my contacts in. The New York Knicks come out victorious up against the Phoenix Suns. We improved to 14-10 on the season with a win of 139 to 122. The Knicks mopped the floor with the Suns in the fourth quarter. This is how you freaking respond. The New York Knicks have not been playing good basketball the last few games. There's inconsistency on the defense side of the basketball. You could point out some little details offensively. But what the main thing I took away from those past few games is the want from this ball club. Can we make those momentum changing plays defensively? Are we going to attack the ball? Are we going to step towards the ball even if it's an inaccurate pass? Those little details, at least of wanting to win, and just, of course, everyone wants to win, but there was just a different level of aggression tonight on both ends of the floor. Yes, there's still inconsistencies defensively, and I actually thought when there was the inconsistencies defensively, it wasn't the coverage on Kevin Durant. It wasn't the coverage on Devin Booker. Those guys scored their points, but they weren't insanely efficient. They didn't have some otherworldly games like they usually do against us. It was the center play. I thought we're undisciplined at times when it comes to the center position. But the elephant in the room here, Jalen Brunson, holy shit. Holy fucking shit. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding? This was his most complete game as a New York Knick. Holy freaking shit. Doesn't miss a shot in the second half. 9 for 9 from 3 in the second half. 50 points, 17 of 23 shooting, 9 of 9 from 3, 7 of 9 from the free throw line, 6 rebounds, 9 assists to go with 50 points and only 2 turnovers in 35 minutes of action. In that third quarter, it looked like a disaster was about to start. It looked like the quarter of doom. This dude saved us in the third quarter. And it's about time that we see an otherworldly performance. We see someone go off and they get support. RJ Barrett was steady in this game. He didn't try to do too much. He had good angles at the rim. He read the defense very well. He had good body control. Got to the free throw line in that fourth quarter. Made a key kick out to Grimes at the top of the key to give us our first lead when it came to the second half because the Suns were taking over in that second half. To give us that 1 point lead. Of course, there were some deficiencies defensively at the center position. Hartenstein and Sims were really out of position. Sims really struggled on the glass. We were eventually able to keep Nurkic in check. Hartenstein did have kind of a key block when it came to that fourth quarter, a momentum-changing play when Booker kind of lost the ball, but I felt Hartenstein disrupted it. Julius Randle, he made a momentum-changing play as well. Durant made the right read. I believe he found Eubanks inside, but Randle, nice hustle block. Because we could talk about the deficiencies defensively these last few games and maybe some stagnant patches offensively. But to me, it's always been the little details. If it's an inaccurate pass, are you stepping towards the ball? How much do you really want it? Are you attacking the basketball? Are you playing with that want? And we got that tonight from this ball club. We got that tonight. And I feel we haven't beaten Kevin Durant since he was in the Thunder uniform. I don't believe we beat him when he was with the Nets or even with the Warriors. But we finally beat him. Like, about friggin' time. He has just had our number. He has destroyed us, and this is revenge. Booker's fall-away shot. Don't worry, we're getting back into Jalen Brunson. But Nasir Little had some uncharacteristic moments offensively in that game. Good win as well. Even though those are solid players, they shot the heck out of the basketball. Watanabe was silent tonight. So those guys came back down to earth a little bit. They're still professionals. They're still good players. But I thought our deficiencies defensively was like at the center position, late on rotations, because Durant and Booker, even though they scored, I thought we were aggressive with them. I thought we got up in their jersey. We made them feel us. That's what I loved about tonight. We did have a 1 point lead after that first quarter. Jalen Brunson attacking Devin Booker, transitioned. Julius Randle attacking, using his physicality, not settling. I'm loving this Randle, especially on the offense side of the basketball. And if he could bring that commitment defensively consistently, then that's a huge positive. I know we're really in the moment right now, and it's like maybe he doesn't, but I like this working downhill Julius Randle. I think it's freaking awesome. Because early on this game, though, it was kind of a concern that you have Randle and Brunson that were really stepping up, double-digit scoring. RJ was producing as well. Very nice spin move, getting to the rack and knock down a three. I thought he had a good shot diet. Maybe like there was a moment in the third quarter, like the very start of the third quarter, Brunson made the first couple threes, and I believe he was 5 for 5 or 6 for 6 from three in that third quarter. And Brunson was just on fire, and Randall had a fall-away jumper, and then he had a turnover, like kind of near back-to-back possessions. And I'm like, oh my god! And then Durant pulled up. Because Booker really started off hot. So Brunson really brought us that momentum back because we were down double digits at the beginning of that third quarter when Booker was cooking, then Durant was cooking. And when those guys are able to operate and score the basketball, it opens up so much for their teammates, and then they're starting to get their offense clicking. But yeah, there was that concern. It was like our like you could say, quote unquote, or so-called big three were stepping up at the beginning of this game, but the bench wasn't stepping up. But they stepped up eventually. They did, especially when it mattered most. When it came to the fourth quarter, Grimes knocking down a three, quickly hit, even at the beginning of the game, quickly off balance on the right side, push shot floater, off balance, got it to go, and the foul. Had an off balance shot when it came to a key shot in the second half. Big 3-pointer. When quickly hit that three and Grimes hit that three, I'm like, we're winning this game. The bench is stepping up. We're hitting those key shots. We're hitting those shots when we're pushing the pace, because that was a frustrating moment that it felt like the Knicks kind of owned this game in the first half, before like we were down, obviously when it came to halftime, down a few. But the frustrating thing that really occurred was when the Knicks had this momentum. It was a defensive 3-second. We fouled Bradley Beal at the 3-point line, or we picked up a technical, so it would give the Suns extra possessions. I'm not saying like that was the main reason the Suns were close, because of just that. Obviously, Nurkic dominated us inside. He was just, like, Sims was just out of position. He wasn't rebounding very well. I didn't think he played well. I thought Sims really, really struggled. And Taj Gibson, I won't be surprised if he ends up replacing him. But, yeah, we just got to get into Brunson. Just this dude is ridiculous. He was 0-for-5 against Utah from three, really struggled. And he just followed that up with just this stat line is insane. He doesn't miss a shot in the second half. Overall, this dude is freaking efficient. 50 points. 5 steals, 9 assists, 6 rebounds, 7 of 9 from the free throw line, 9 for 9 from 3, 17 of 23 from the field in 35 minutes. I might have said that already, but holy shit. It's just like, I'm glad we didn't waste a performance and other guys stepped up. I'm glad we won in general, but I believe he's the first Knick to have at least 40 points, 5 assists, or 8 assists, 5 rebounds, 5 steals since Walt Frazier, at least 40 points, but he has freaking 50 points, doesn't miss a shot in the second half, checks right back into the game. You know how hard that is? That, by the way, shout out to Quick and Grimes again, because with the bench producing, it gave Brunson more time to rest and more of a comfortability when he came back in the game. But checks right into the game. They put Goodwin on him. He's like, are you kidding me? Drives right at him. Goodwin has to hug him. Gets the free throw line. To get that 50 points, he puts up that three. When he was sitting on the bench, I'm like, did he cool off? Nope. Did he cool? No. And shout out to RJ as well. He had a key bucket in the fourth quarter when it could have been an extra possession or a big time possession for the Suns. RJ, huge offensive rebound, was able to draw a foul. He did a good job getting to the free throw line. He had a tough angle and a tough shot at the beginning of the fourth quarter. And maybe Grimes didn't have a big time stat line, but that three that he hit at the top of the key was huge. He hit a couple key shots in this game quickly as well. I'm just proud of the way the New York Knicks played with so much heart. Quickly at 10 points, but they were an important 10 points. Brunson had a huge steal when it came to that fourth quarter as well. Just picking, I'm trying to remember who it was. It might have been Eubanks where Nurkic just picked his pocket, and then it was such an unselfish play. When he came up with that steal, he could have went up for nearly 50 during that time, or 49 points. He gave it up to Randall when he threw it down. This was Brunson's best game as a New York Knick. Facilitating, getting guys involved, defensively, scoring the heck out of the basketball. What do we do to deserve this man? This man, all respect to his Villanova teammates, he's better than Mikal Bridges. He's better than Dante DiVincenzo. He's better than Amari Spellman that was drafted ahead of him. Those GMs should be freaking fired. Second round, this dude went. 6'1", he was too small, not explosive enough. From mid-range, doesn't matter. Tough finishing at the basket. From three, unbelievable. his footwork. But it was mostly the three ball tonight. But then when the three ball was falling, he was like, all right, that mid range is gonna be there now. He's just insane the way he probes around and the way he's able to find a shot. Just unbelievable. You look at the stat line. Julius Randle, 23 points. He was efficient, 10 of 16 from the field, 1 of 3 from 3. Made his free throws, 2 for 2 from the free throw line. 6 assists, 8 rebounds. You love to see that. Jericho Sims thought he struggled. 17 minutes, 5 points, 3 rebounds. Jalen Brunson, again, 50 points, 9 assists, 6 rebounds, 5 steals, 17 of 23 from the field, 9 of 9 from 3. And I believe he tied Latrell Sprewell, or might have broke it, the most efficient and most made threes in a game by a New York Knick. 9 for 9 is ridiculous. Dante DiVincenzo, he had a tough finish at the basket. He had some gritty moments. He even knocked out a 3 off of good ball movement. That was an open look. 5 points, but I felt he kind of played better than those 5 points in 19 minutes. RJ, 21 points, 3 assists, 2 rebounds, key kick out to Grimes. You got to give him credit for that. 1 of 2 from 3, didn't fall in love with the 3 ball. 6 for 10, only took 10 shots, but he got to the free throw line. Taj Gibson checked in with 1 minute. Harnstein, he had some moments he was really out of position defensively, late on rotations, but he rebounded the heck out of the ball. 8 rebounds, he had 7 points, he had 3 blocks, 2 for 2 from the field. McBride checked in the garbage time. Josh Hart struggled from 3, but he's going to compete out there. I mentioned quickly. Grimes, 9 points, 3 of 6 from 3, 2 rebounds. I think Grimes is better with that role off the bench. I really believe that when it comes to the sharing of the basketball. I like the ball movement. Harnstein is a great passer. He had a nice pass that he found Hart cutting to the basket. I love Harnstein. He plays his ass off, just late on rotations. It might be the system, I'm not sure. But he had a nice pass to Grimes that he got blocked. But when the Suns, it looked like they're going to go on a run, Durant makes the right read, finding Eubanks or Nurkic inside, one of the big men. Randall block. Devin Booker driving right at the cup, doesn't matter, block. We were bottling them up in the interior. We're making life hell on Durant and Booker. We're forcing tough shots. We were. Nurkic had 21 points, 12 rebounds. He killed us, I'm not going to lie. Durant, 29 points, but he was 10 of 21, so it's not like he had a crazy game, like a Durant type of game, even though 29 points is still a good amount. Bradley Beal did get hurt. Prayers to him. It sucks he got hurt so early on. Only his second game in a Suns uniform. But Grayson Allen, 13 points. He was very efficient, 5 for 5, 2 for 2 from 3. But Devin Booker, yeah, he had 28 points, but he was 11 for 26. And their bench didn't produce. That's the real story. Eubanks had 8 points, but outside of that, Nasir Little, 5 points. Bates Diop, 4. Bol came in garbage time. But Jordan Goodwin, 3 points. That's someone who killed us last game. This was a revenge game. We needed this game, especially with the Lakers coming up. We had this Western road trip. Let me know down below your thoughts, guys. Peace out, y'all.